Hey guys, we're the Normies. We are back to watch Community. This is season 2. I think this is episode 14. Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. And this is, I feel like, going to circle back with Chang.
Maybe.
Because he started. I mean, I don't know if it was like.
I don't know if it's particularly going to be based on anybody, because a lot of people have been hyping this one up, so I think it's just going to be one of those crazy ass.
I don't want to say anything. I seen it.
Oh, damn it. I want to see it. All right.
I think it's just going to be one of them crazy ones.
Guys, I'll try not to laugh over the jokes. I'm going to try to laugh silently.
Snicker.
Because I know in Modern Warfare, when I edited that, it was like, oh yeah, good luck if it's like that.
I have exploding laughter. I need to calm that down.
It's okay. I have a shrieking Pierce. Everybody has something that peaks the audio, I think.
Yeah.
Except for like.
Mine is like
you never peak.
That's because that's as loud as it gets. That's the safety line.
Let's do it. I'm just ready to pop this off.
Pop
it. Pop it.
Space 4.
I have no idea.
Pop it off.
I think it's gonna be hilarious.
The story of Fat Neil.
Oh, jeez.
Remember Fat Neil? He was like here and there in like the anthropology class.
I remember
John Oliver
Fat
called
Neil.
him Fat Neil, and it was like Neil's fine.
You probably do. You've been editing.
Yeah,
this
I
is the
remember Fat
background build up.
This is totally
Oh
Lord
my
of the
God.
Rings.
The down there with Fat Neil.
The joke became his life,
Yes, Fat Neil.
and Neil fell again into darkness. Only
He's
this
like,
time
"Damn."
his thoughts turned to an escape of which we dare not speak. It was, strangely, Jeff, the liar, son of William the barely known. It was Jeff who pretended to be interested in Dungeons and Dragons in an effort to lift Neil's spirits.
Oh.
Hey.
It was Annie, the day planner, that recognized the signs of coming doom. A council was called. Troy, the obtuse, Sherry, Florian, Ovid, the undiagnosable,
Stop at the undiagnosable.
the needlessly defiant. For reasons that should be obvious, Pierce the insensitive, no closer as Pierce the dickish, and Grandpa the flatulent was not invited.
Hilarious.
They would invite Neil that Saturday to a game of Dungeons and Dragons designed by Obed to help Neil reclaim his confidence.
Oh God.
At the end of the meeting, they realized that Chang had been there.
That's hilarious.
Abed's going to be their guide. Oh my God.
A game which not only might save a life, but which would forever change the balance between good and Pierce.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Oh, look at that.
This is cool.
Listen to the
That's awesome.
orchestral version.
Danny
This
Pudi.
is cool.
She's a unicorn, and he's a unicorn.
This is hilarious.
I love it.
Pierce is a troll.
Oh my gosh.
We just gonna ignore that hate crime, huh?
I'm a dark elf.
Oh my God.
I'm a dark elf.
We will be playing this adventure, the Cavern of Draconis.
Apparently, people said we should try doing this.
I'd be down to try it.
I've never played this
Take your
before,
time,
but
choose your character.
Neither have
I just know one person has to lead the whole thing, so they're like playing but not playing.
This is a role-playing game. It takes place entirely in our collective imagination. Ooh, Neil. I tell a story and you make choices in the story. Working as a team, your goal is to track down the dragon, kill him, and then claim the treasure as your own. You tell me what you want to do, then I roll the dice to see if you're successful.
What are my choices?
Okay, you're slowing things down, Jeff. Shirley, what do you want to do?
I am a dwarf named Zippity Doo.
Okay, I'm not the best at making up names.
Oh, hey, I'm Mar. Well, you're kidding.
My name is Bing Bong the Archer. I'm an archer and such.
I'm... Ew, Hector the Well-Endowed?
I made that one with Troy in mind.
Okay, hi, I'm Lavernica. I have 3 armors.
Worst introduction
Wait, let her
ever.
finish.
Check it. I am Rutelita, the magician.
Magic user, baby.
What the fuck?
6 goblins are running towards you from the tree line, drawing daggers.
Oh! I attacked them using my additional notes.
Additional notes.
Maybe these woods are their rightful land, and from their perspective,
The AT&T of people.
One shot by an arrow.
Ow!
Yeah, it hurts.
Abed's the best fucking dungeon master.
You do 10 points of damage.
Look at that. What am I not good at?
Sex.
I draw my +3 sword of Ducain and attack in a 180-degree arc.
The goblins are terrified as Ducain draws
Nice.
his powerful glowing sword from its sheath, and in one move slices the throats of 3 charging goblins.
That's good.
Great job with the sword, Neil. You saved us. What would we have done if you didn't exist?
Shut up.
He's flying.
Why was this a secret? You're cutting me out of the group.
I guess we must have forgot.
You remember to invite Al Jolson here, and you remember to let Fatty sit in my chair.
Okay.
Get out!
I don't have a character for you.
I don't care. I just want to play the game. I don't need a character.
As you watch the goblins retreat, you notice a 67-year-old naked man with no weapons lying in the wet grass.
I go to the naked man and I give him my cloak.
I'm going to take a sword. Can I take a sword?
Yes, you can do anything.
You got a sword.
You can do anything, and then you roll the dice, and then
We'll see.
that's how you decide whether it happened or not.
I attack blackface.
It's a critical hit.
Oh
Fuck.
no!
You decapitated him. Brutalitops is dead.
Holy shit!
No.
I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask for your character sheet.
Okay, this is not what I expected at all. This is great though.
Chang is hilarious.
Oh, he just vanished.
Can we catch him, please?
Well, the cloak that Ducain gave him was an elven cloak of windwalking, which is double speed, so he's gone.
It took me 10 years and 50 campaigns to get that sword.
Professor sitting in my chair, Fatty.
God damn it.
This is ruthless.
10 years and 50 campaigns.
I take it that means I'm winning?
Oh,
And
Pierce,
he's
you're
actually
going
good at
down.
the game somehow because of the roll of the dice.
The sword is one of a kind. It was forged by my ancestors.
Hilarious. I hump it.
That kid in there is severely depressed.
From the looks of it, he's been using that line since he was 5 years old to get an extra slice of pie.
What the hell is wrong with you?
God.
Pierce refuses to give back the sword. Our new goal is to find him and kill him.
I think I just want to go home.
Neil, do not do that.
Oh, I wanna hug you.
This is fucked up, kind of.
So it was that the group began to describe themselves walking.
We should do this.
We should totally do this, man. Like, AJ said he's good at it. I think Ben and Hannah play all the time.
This
So.
is a local elf tavern, but all races are welcome.
Why is he a pirate?
He's a gnome. He only speaks gnome.
Anybody here speak no?
Oh, I do. Lavernica does.
Oh no.
How can I help you, dear madam?
Oh, please, no need for such deference. I'm no better than a gnome.
Yes, you are.
Berta the needlessly defiant.
Please don't report me for execution.
Oh, no, I didn't mean that. Guys, we've got to do something about these gnomes.
We're gonna ask the stupid gnome where we can get a Pegasus.
Did someone say Pegasus? A word I understand in every language.
She didn't even need to talk to him.
I had to carry it all the way from my car. It's very heavy, and my doctor said.
What the fuck?
Pierce is hilarious.
What's that guy's name again?
Advanced Dungeons and Dragons? Oh no. Oh, is he reading ahead for spoilers?
Oh yeah, he's gonna get some. Yeah, he's gonna.
Or just
Field
tips?
full of majestic pegasi.
Finally.
But they are guarded by
It's
a mysterious
advanced, so he's
and
gonna
beautiful
learn
elf
extra
who seems
spells.
drawn to Mar. She flirts with you.
I flirt back.
How?
I say something sexy.
Like what?
Like what?
Excuse me. I don't normally do this, but you're the most beautiful creature I've ever seen. And I would really love a Pegasus.
Ugh.
Works for me.
I'm Hector, the well-endowed. You've got a bunch of Pegasi. Let's make a deal. I take her by the hand and lead her to the stable. I light a candle and rip off a piece of my tunic, which I fashion into a blindfold.
But I don't know if
Of course, she's read a lot of novels, probably.
How long does this go on for? Oh my god.
Shirley. Notes.
You both fall back exhausted but still entwined.
Okay, great. I stroke her hair lovingly and spoon her for the appropriate amount of time before leaving.
How long is that?
Cool. I need to know what you want to do next.
So many things, David.
He already knows. He already knows what's
great.
gonna happen.
This is great.
While soaring above the forest of Ingold, you spot a body in an elven cloak in a clearing below.
We got you, dummy. We land.
Yeah, he wants us.
Clutched in the right hand of the body is the sword of Ducain.
Sir, I believe this is yours.
Thank you, Jeff. Once you get close enough to take the sword, you can see that this body is not pierced.
I turn it over.
It's the gnome waiter from the tavern.
No! Why?
Goodbye, my friend. Thank you for being so respectful toward me.
But who did this to you, no?
Just so you know, my name is Kyle.
Kyle. God damn it.
He was an imaginary waiter.
I wouldn't expect you to understand.
Now.
You hear a low rumble on the other side of the tree line.
How can you plan this? That's not against the rules, but it's funny for the show.
Amulet that allows the wearer full control over
Draconis! The hideous Draconis, an all-powerful red dragon, crashes through the trees into the clearing. Riding atop his shoulders,
shit.
naked as the day he was born, and controlling Draconis with the amulet is...
Say it!
Oh god.
I can see the shot now. It paints the perfect picture.
I know.
Run towards Pierce with my broadsword drawn, and I attack as time stop. Time stop?
Draconis has tons of spells. The six of you are completely frozen and helpless.
This is why I wanted to play Shoots and Ladders.
This is what I want.
Just kill us and end this. Oh no. Killing's too good for you. Cast shape change on Ducain.
What shape do you choose for him?
Fat.
How much?
Make him as fat as Fat Neil. Pierce!
What the
Oh,
fuck?
cry. Let it out.
Make him.
Raise your
Oh
chubby
my
cheeks
God.
in tears of gravy. You weren't crying when you were stealing my friends. He asked me to come here. You know why, right? I got some fat news for you.
Why is he doing
What
this?
the fuck?
Don't you know why Jeff Winger led the charge on the Fat Neil Feel Good Committee? Because I was there.
This is fucked.
Oh, they're down there by Fat Neil.
Damn.
That's right, Neil. Your new best friend, Jeff Winger, coined the name Fat Neil.
Jeffrey!
Oh.
It was just a way to describe
I can
someone.
make it up to you. I'll find a fatter Neil.
Huzzah!
What the shit?
This got so real.
Someone asked me where the restrooms were, and you were standing by them. But you were also standing kind of near, other Neil.
So call him Skinny Neil.
He's actually not that skinny.
He's bald. He's black.
Well, I don't look at the world through that lens. Don't screw with me. To invite me to your crowd.
Is it my turn?
Yes, but you can't move.
For my turn, I feel sorry for Pierce Hoffman.
Good. For my turn, I raped the Ducain family. Again.
Jeez.
For my turn, I pity Pierce too.
I won Dungeons and Dragons, and it was advanced. I pity Pierce. Knock it off.
Yeah, you really outdid yourself this week. I seriously feel bad.
Feel sorry for your new fat BFF.
No, we're done doing that. He's gonna be fine, aren't you, Neil? You, Pierce? I really worry about.
Draconis, unfreeze time.
Done. You guys can move again.
I breathe so much fire.
Hold it. You just used your move on freezing time.
You can't use another
I
magic.
take the sword of Ducain, and I throw it at the amulet or on the sad naked man's neck.
It's a difficult shot. You'll need an 18 or higher.
Come on.
Hit him with the sweet 18.
Throw that sword.
Come on.
Got him. Boom, bitch.
Yes! In your face! Sword smashes the amulet, freeing Draconis from its spell. The red dragon turns his head, grabs Pierce in his mighty jaws, and swallows him alive.
Oh yeah. Got
As a
him.
reward for freeing him, he flies your intrepid band to his cavern where he bestows his treasure upon you. Congratulations on the completion of Caverns of Draconis. I've been your dungeon master.
Damn.
Nice.
Holy
Excelsior.
shit. That was really good.
That was the best game I ever played in my life. Want to play again next week?
Huh?
Maybe. Okay, I'll be around.
And so it was that Pierce Hawthorne saved the life of Fat Joe while learning very,
Always in inverted
very good night.
Nice.
Oh shit.
Over a tail. If you had a tail, people could always tell when you're happy.
Yes, but with giant ears, you could hear things from miles away, and you could wear backpacks as earrings, which would free up your hands.
Backpacks already free up your hands. Guys, what do you think? We thought our group was mean now.
Tail is much better.
Thank you.
All in favor of giant ears? Told ya.
Oh my god.
Hilarious.
That was
What are
awesome.
you guys? What team are you guys? Giant ears or tail?
Tail.
I like the giant ears.
I like to be able to get miles away.
So what you guys
Yeah.
think?
That was really good.
one of
was
the best
really good.
ones.
Yeah, it makes
Yeah.
me actually want to play Dungeons and Dragons.
I know.
Like we watched so many shows that they play Dungeons
Yeah.
and Dragons in. Like
They always
listen
make
here.
it seem lame, but
Yeah.
like I was on the edge of my seat and they didn't show anything.
Yeah.
Like it really was all in your imagination.
I like how they portrayed it, like with the music and everything. Like it was, they didn't show any of there was no dragon, but you could because of the music and the way they the slow
You just see him just like
and all that.
the Foley.
It was really
Yeah.
intense.
Yeah, good.
It was like bird shrieks.
It was very well
Sometimes.
done. For some reason, I thought this was gonna be like a Lord of the Rings thing and have to do with Chang or something, and I completely didn't know it was just legitimately going to be a D&D game. And Abed is the best. What do you call it?
Dungeon Master.
Dungeon Master. That wouldn't be awesome to play a game where he was just narrating.
Yeah.
But
It's
AJ said that, and Ben and Hannah play on weekends, and AJ said that he would be willing to be a dungeon master,
I'm
create
down.
some sort of Normies themed.
Yeah, I'm down.
Dungeon.
I would love
that.
that.
was really
We
really
should do
fun.
He
that.
said it took him 15 years and 25 quests to get that sword or something. He's like,
Oh,
15
man.
years and 25 quests to get that sword, and Pierce is like,
So that's
I
cool.
humped it.
I hump it.
That's cool. That means the items you get from each game, you can carry it.
Continue
You
on,
can carry it too. So yeah, you could just play this for years and just be a badass.
I mean, who knows what certain rules are? I don't know if you can really just carry over something you got.
I guess it
that was
depends on
made to
your
heighten
group.
The
I guess it depends on your
stakes.
group's dynamic. If you guys want to, I would want to continue.
in Stranger Things, when they played Dungeons and Dragons.
Different quests.
It was more
Yes.
of a traditional
Yeah.
D&D quest. This was obviously this was a cool spin off of it. The fact that Community could do a whole episode where they're just in a room playing D&D and everyone's super into it was, I don't know. I thought it was really, really good. You had to use your own imagination to play along.
It was really well done.
But I think it also helped that this episode was so far in season 2. Because if this was in the beginning of the show, that probably we wouldn't get it. But now that we know the characters super well, that helps to carry that out too.
Yeah, I loved all the nicknames for everybody, Berta the Needlessly Defiant. Needlessly
defiant.
She's like, guys, we gotta do something about these goblins.
No.
Abed, no.
And Annie, of course, probably reading 50 Shades of Grey every day. Goes through some
Oh, yeah. And Abed's like, oh, you do something with both the boobies?
Yeah, she was like, four or what?
And then she's like, down here. And then she's like, I whip out my
And then he ends like this, and he's like,
Yeah.
and then they both fall back.
Shirley was like, ooh.
The one cut to Shirley was perfect. She was just like, ooh. She would react to that.
That's so hilarious. This was hilarious.
Everyone had a thing to do, even Troy maybe not so much, but it was funny when he was taking notes during that part too.
Yeah.
He's like, how long was that?
Spoon her for an appropriate amount of time.
How long was
And then when Pierce just built evil throne.
Oh yeah.
It's
Like wine.
So many things they did.
Oh my god. Spoiler alert.
That was so funny, dude.
Yeah, Pierce is low-key super fucked up. We gotta get him out of the group somehow, but he just brings laughs for people that watch the show.
I mean, yeah, but he inadvertently helps the group sometimes, but like, I don't know, you can tell, like, when I know that there was like some issues going on offset, like I can understand the parallel between Chevy Chase and Pierce, because he does help the show a lot in a way, like with this character, like, you know what I mean, like that was perfect. Like he but like going in on him though, like that one part was so ruthless.
It was. It was. I always wonder like that about like
it was like, I rape your family.
Again.
Again. I always wonder that like when overweight actors have to play parts where they're just getting like ragged on. I wonder how they like deal with it like in reality. Like I'm sure like it's a script and it's for a show, but still that's like.
But do you guys now recall all the like different little snippets of Fat Neil?
Yeah.
So I don't quite remember, but
It's
I
just
feel like
every
it was
now
very
and then.
offhand. I feel like it was just like Fat Neil. He was just like mentioned.
Yes.
Offhand. Like he wasn't really shown, was he?
No. He was several times.
Really?
Like I specifically remember in the anthropology class.
In Messianic Myths and Ancient Peoples.
When Abed was Jesus.
Yeah, Fat Neil was in that episode.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think that's maybe the first one when he showed up.
And John Oliver also called him Fat Neil in the anthropology class.
It has always been
Neil's
subtle and offhanded, but yeah, he's been shown like maybe.
Yeah,
two,
he
three
was
times.
always like. He was always called Fat Neil, and he was like, "Oh, Neil is fine." Just trying to get rid of the fat.
They showed the other guy too, the one who was like animals.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's his name?
What's his
name?
I can't remember his name.
Can't remember. I never
But like
remember it.
Pierce just like the candy bar, and he just like
always
He's just there.
threw it in the hall.
I like the subtle focus on secondary characters, and we kind of came in on this episode in the middle of like the group's problem, kind of like we were kind of fed what happened. Jeff felt bad for this.
I was kind of wondering.
It was a serious thing, so I was like, "Well, you're leading in with something kind of serious."
I was kind of wondering because I mean Jeff isn't a bad person, but I wouldn't see him going out of his way to help somebody like this. So I was like,
but with Annie.
Yeah.
Annie talked him into it.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, well, good on Jeff. Like, good on them for it.
It's the usual. Still, like, Annie always has to rope him into it, and everyone does it.
Well, and it helps too that he like literally started it for him.
Yeah, that's why there was a. I mean, he still meant well, but there was.
So is Chang low-key in the group now? Because he was.
he's
been there.
He was
Loki.
allowed to play the game.
Super Loki.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
He's been
just
around.
died.
Super Loki,
He was like the one in most costume, and he just dies immediately.
Oh yeah.
He's not as low.
Are we all going to ignore this hate crime?
Yeah. He's like, I'm a dark elf. Magician.
Yeah. He's just like not wearing any armor.
I love Chang. He's so crazy.
Man, if we did a D&D, we should be in like costume and stuff.
Yes.
Actually, no. For the first one, no. That's why I think we should continue it round to round.
So
that way we
build
can
your
have
costume
we
all
can
the
have
time.
like items for the next round. If
It would be funny for like
if this becomes a
people
thing.
to discover like Pierce, like when he was like, wait, so I can like do anything? Like I want to pee on Surge. Like, all right, roll to pee on Surge. Or like that's what you say or something like roll for.
Yeah, it is cool.
It's interesting. Well, guys, we are going to head out.
We're gonna.
This was a really good one though. Good luck editing that.
We're gonna watch the next one.
Yeah, check it out on Uncut.
Episode.
Check it out on Patreon. If you want to see the next episode, that's on Patreon as well. If you want to see the next few, that's on Patreon as well, but only for the premium.
Guys,
early
share
access.
your
You guys can get a hat.
Share your favorite D&D experiences, or share if you've played, or if you're a fan, or if you're an avid player. Let us know.
We've never played, but we're thoroughly interested.
Yes.
Ben and Hannah are low-key experts, I think.
So maybe they can shaman us.
They can help lead the way with AJ.
All right, guys.
Is it limited to a certain number of players?
No.
I think it's just like the more players, as longer as it's gonna take.
Yeah, it's just gonna be harder to put together.
It's like Texas Hold'em.
Okay.
Texas Hold'em.
The more people there are, the longer the game will be.
Okay, that's the only way it is like Texas Hold'em.
Yes.
Bye, guys. See you next time.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us for Advanced Dungeons & Dragons.
Shout out to everyone for keeping this channel going, especially our super patrons: Luis, Bear in the Garage, Joe, Keyboard Junkie, Toy Soldier, NYR Fan, Robert, Benjamin, Cool Cat, and Joey. Check out our Patreon for early access and uncut content. Be sure to check the video description for important links, and we'll see you guys next week.